What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Doing a little more work on the 3800 swap for the wide body. Did a little bit of work last night. Got the engine off the engine stand, clutch, flywheel, transmission, and new starter installed. I modified the crossover here so the shift cables will fit. Kind of made it go down right there. So the shift cables should fit in. I got heat wrap on this, and I have some heat wrap tape to put around the shift cables just to make sure they'll be all right. It won't melt. So yeah, I went last night. I did some work on this off camera, and this clutch lever was completely seized. This thing's always had a pretty hard clutch pedal, and this thing was completely seized. I had to like beat on it with a hammer to get it to move. So I took that all apart last night and cleaned everything and lubricated the seals and bearings and everything on both ends of the shift fork lever. And now you can see it actually moves. So hopefully my clutch pedal will feel a little bit better. I ended up putting a spec stage 3 clutch in this. So yeah, that should be good. About the only thing I have left to do on this is I have new axle seals, output seals for the transmission to put on. I got those over here on the bench. I'm gonna try to get those on today. Maybe I'll make up the spark plug wires for it here too, and then I want to get started on the wiring harness. I got to get the harness off of the Furo engine and start doing the wiring I need to do. I got all kinds of stuff from wirecare.com. Bunch of sheathing, and got some shrink tubing, heat shrink tubing, a bunch of different things here so I can clean this harness up and make it look nice. I got to figure out where I'm going to mount the computer. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I'm going to put it in the car behind the center console, or the factory computer mounts back in here on that bracket, or if I want to make a bracket, maybe put it underneath the battery tray over on that side. I don't know. I got to figure that out. I got to get the battery out of here. I also need to start cleaning up this engine bay. I got some more exhaust heat wrap on order because I want to heat wrap the exhaust. I got some firewall insulation stuff. I'm going to take all this fiber crap off the engine bay. A lot of the stuff I don't need is coming off the engine bay. Get this all cleaned up. And I want to paint the engine bay. I have the subframe at work. I'll try to get some video of that. I'm cleaning it, and we're going to paint that. What else? Oh, I have polyurethane bushings for the rear control arms that are going to go on. I have new lower ball joints for the rear control arms. I have new inner and outer tie rods for the rear. So I want to get this rear all buttoned up. Once I get the engine swapped on, everything, and it'll be new. And then I want to move on to the front, because in this box right here, maybe take it out of the trunk, I have polyurethane bushings in the front suspension. So I'd like to do that on this car also. And yeah, so that's where we're at. So I think I'm gonna get going. I got the Furo 4-cylinder over here. I'm gonna get it up, and I'm gonna put it on my engine stand, because that engine's gonna go in the pace car when I start restoring that, because this thing's only got 46,000 miles on it, 47,000 miles on it. It runs great. But the pace car is an automatic. This is for a manual. So this is the harness that's gonna be used to mate the 3800 into the 84 SE here. And I'll use the automatic wiring harness out of the pace car on this engine. So when I do the pace car, it's going to be a full like stock restoration. And we'll make videos on that when we get to it. But yeah, for now, that's where we're at on this. It's a nice day out. Well, it's sunny. I don't know about nice. It's still cold because we're here in Michigan, but I'm going to fire up the heater and I'm going to start working. So I'll take a video here in a little bit when I get something accomplished. Here's the suspension stuff. Got it here at work. Gonna replace the control arm bushings, the ball joints. I got new ball joints, new outer tie rods. Here's the subframe. Gonna clean it up and paint it, put it back together, take it home and get the engine mounted to it and get it in the car. Alright, and this is the easiest way I've found to get these bushings out. I've already got 3 of them done. These 2 are done. You can drill along the centerpiece here, and you're able to knock this out, and then you can push the bushing out. It's the easiest way. People get kind of upset if you start melting them out. It's a little stinky. So as you see, I've kind of tapped that down a little bit. Got some vice grips on it. Out. Come up here. This pops right out. And then all right, control arms are done. Poly bushings are installed. New ball joints. Got the new inner and outer tie rods. Painting everything with this. Found this holds up pretty good. And then the subframe was sanded. And now it's being painted with that VHT epoxy paint. Looks pretty good. Excited to get it back in the car. And here's the finished product on the subframe after 2 cans of that paint sitting overnight. It looks pretty good for a 30-some-year-old subframe. Nice and shiny. Of course, I probably scratched the hell out of it, putting the engine on it, putting it in the car. But hey, right now it looks nice. So let's get to putting it back together. And here it is, back home, ready to get the engine mounted to it. Maybe we can get it back in the car. I gotta get the control arms and stuff back on it. They're all sitting right there. So yeah, next video will be the engine on here. So yeah, let's get to it. And there we go. It's all mounted on the subframe. Now to start the wiring harness. That'll be the fun part. I also have to finish cleaning the engine bay. I want to paint the engine bay, putting new firewall insulation on. I got to put the fuel pump in, and I have all new fuel line fittings and fuel filter and everything to run a new 6AN fuel lines from the tank all the way up to the fuel rail. So yeah, still a lot to do, but I don't know, big portion of it done. Pretty excited, looks pretty good. So yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you later.